It's so hard putting the yellow ones in. I can't put it in. It's so hard. These like red thingies are so hard.
Another day of learning in Christy DeLomo's second grade class at STEM School Highlands Ranch.
Purple. I'm gonna do what you're doing. Just I'm adding purple.
But the students are learning more than just basic art. They are assembling pieces from a Quibbitz construction toy kit specifically made for STEM students, and they're doing it while sitting on an aqua tile interactive mat. Two separate items the students in this class love to use, and both funded by STEM's PTO.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that. That's cool.
So it's just exciting to see what our STEM students are doing with the Quibbitz. At the same time we start our lesson, we finish our lesson here on the aqua tiles. So the students start their day with that sensory tile and then finish their class time on the sensory tile. But when they're walking across the classroom, they're walking like this, watching the water and the paint move below their feet.
PTO's fundraising reach goes far beyond this elementary school classroom. The organization also saved STEM's Spart Mart from taking a big loss due to COVID shutting down the physical store last year when perishable food items weren't able to be sold. Spart Mart's online store is still operating, but it was the PTO that made up for the lost revenue.
And we thought that that was a great lesson for the kids that run the Spart Mart to learn about perishable items and to learn about what happens when you take a loss as a business.
The PTO also stepped up for the upcoming graduation ceremony for STEM.
We had learned from Douglas County that there would be additional fees associated with graduation this year and this upcoming spring. And because of PTO, we're allowed to offer that graduation ceremony to our students without incurring additional costs to families. So thanks PTO for that.
3 separate projects funded by STEM's PTO to the tune of nearly $10,000 in all. Leading into a school year, the PTO will set a budget for teacher grants based on the success of the organization's fundraising efforts. Teachers then go through a very detailed process where they make a grant request, sometimes in the form of a video showing what they need. Then they itemize the cost, including shipping and labor expenses, so the PTO knows everything that goes into that item.
So we like to make sure that the elementary school, the middle school, and the high school, that we spread our funds equitably amongst all 3 schools. We would never want anybody to think that we're, funding the high school or the elementary school more so than the middle school. So we like to make sure that we take all those factors into consideration.
Without the PTO and their support with these funding opportunities, these particular items would not be able to be purchased through regular department funds for each department.
Moving forward, STEM's PTO is now going to look at additional funding opportunities. The PTO's funding is housed by the Foundation for Douglas County. The organization recently informed STEM's PTO that helping pay for scholarships and international travel is also something that could be considered.
Once you see that it's not just bake sales and cupcakes and you really get into what the PTO can do for the school, for the teachers, the students, and the community, it really kind of grabs a hold of your heart and becomes more of a passion to make sure that you're spreading goodwill for the community.
So thank you PTO. We certainly appreciate everything that you do to support our students, our staff, and our community.